What?
Hi, good morning, Dave.
Morning to you.
How many? I would like to know how many years you have been serving.
Basically, I've been in this line for approximately 12 years.
12 years.
Yes.
All under Mr. Chu.
Definitely. Under Trinity Cascade, I was trained and raised in this job from Trinity Cascade. Yeah.
Oh, what are kind of trainings do you undergo?
Basically, you need to get used, first of all, to a dead body, a motionless body. Right? That's the most important. Get your fears over touching a dead body, a deceased body. That's the most important, and it takes about quite a while. Probably for me about 2 to 3 months before I fully able to come in terms with handling a disease.
Okay. What's your scope of the job?
Basically, as an operations manager, I oversee everything from the moment the first call to arrangement. Arrangement means collecting the body, after which it's not only that, we have to arrange the casket, the venue, the wake. After that, the funeral itself, and then after the funeral, ashes, all this. So it covers mainly almost every aspect of the funeral process, inclusive of logistics.
During the funeral itself, do you have to stand by around?
Okay, basically, we have 3 teams, and each team will probably be assigned to a certain funeral. That means during the funeral itself, the final day where the final send-off, yes, we have to be there, probably about an hour earlier, to prepare quite a bit of things. The route of the cottage, flowers, and then of course, normally for us Christians, when we have a funeral, the sending off, we have a short prayer or service at the house, after which we will send the body out, and then of course we do stand by when everything is about to move on, and you get a signal from the pastor that we just move in and do whatever we need to do.
Were there any complications with regards to funerals of different religion?
Definitely. It will be more simpler if it's a Christian funeral. As far as the Buddhist, Taoist is concerned, there are many rites and in fact ways of doing things. But if complications, there might be some complications because different dialect has got different ways of doing things, but we can manage.
Are there any instances whereby something you did or something your workers did that offended the family, and then it was an event that was unforgettable? Okay,
basically not really, because let me just sidetrack a bit. In Trinity, we don't do much of basically Buddhist or Taoist, so we don't get much interaction with people who are of non-Christian faith. But as far as Christians are concerned, well, sometimes we do get in a situation where what happens is this: some of the family members are non-believers, right?
Yeah.
So, but eventually the funeral is still a Christian funeral. So you'll get people coming in to ask us to do certain things in a Buddhist manner or Taoist manner. Customs, some customs, like for example, very simple, lifting up the coffin one time and putting it down. Chinese always believe that it should be 3 days, 5 days for a week. it should be it should not be even numbers. So when you get a 4 days wake, lifting up the coffin up and down one time means additional 1 day. You make it 5 days. So there will be times when they would ask us to do, and then we would probably have to consult the pastor first, because this is a Christian funeral. And then if it is not done, probably we might get into a bit of a problem with the family. These are where they say, hey, how come you guys are not doing it, this and that. So we have a bit of explaining to do.
So there's a lot of like parties involved when there's different religion in the family.
You're right. You're right. It will be much easier if we serve a family that is all believers, all Christians.
So how do you decide like who you're gonna listen to?
Okay, on the very first day, when we meet up with the family, we always identify 1 or 2 person who is the spokesperson of the whole family.
Do you ask them or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we do ask them. We ask them, and then they will tell us, okay, who is in charge of this whole process, funeral process. Whereas this person will have to go back to the family members if they are big to discuss whatever. Instead of you get 4 or 5 person asking you questions, giving you instructions, that will be quite bad for the person in charge.
Okay. Do you, for all the years that you have served, do you have any like satisfaction? Why do you have the satisfaction for this job? What made you continue this?
Yes. End of the day, good handshake and the family says thank you, job well done. This is not only for me. It's for my whole team. I've done numerous funerals, but the thing is, it's not always smooth sailing. So the more difficult the case is, end of the day, the more satisfaction you get out of it. Because if you encounter a very difficult family, and then you're able to get through it without much problem. I wouldn't say that there will be no problem. Without much problem, and then if somebody comes up to you and say, well, job well done, well, that's a satisfaction.
Okay. Do you see yourself in this line for the rest of your life?
I would believe so, because basically I'm out of touch with whatever I did previously.
What were you doing previously?
I was in manufacturing.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I was doing manufacturing sales coordinating.
That's really different.
With a very stressful work, and then I need to travel overseas, this and that. So eventually I came into this line about 12 years ago. So I would think that at my age I will be probably continuing down until maybe many years to go. Hopefully.
What do you think are the public views of, for example, your profession?
I've got people who say, this kind of job.
Yeah.
I've got people who say, wow, you guys are really brave, able to handle a dead body without any reservation. Well, I feel that there is both sides of it. But majority of the people nowadays are more acceptable to people like us, and saying that, well, without us, probably they will not probably have a proper funeral. Yeah, so people are quite appreciative nowadays. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.